So you can kind of frame it. One here, two. There we go. All right. So let's demonstrate how we are going to make sure the home office gets our footage. So we are going to open this here. Let's put it in.
What's our password?
Can't.
So we're going to pretend we're shooting here. Shoot something really quick. Hello. And then in order to get to it, we'll click on it. You can also access it through Photos. And this is how we're going to upload it here. Can we see it in that?
Yeah.
Can we see? Okay, cool, good. So we're here in Photos, and we want to click on this icon here. It's like a little box with an arrow. We're going to click on that. Whoops, not the trash. Click on that little box, and then it'll bring you to this screen here. And from this screen, we are going to upload to Google Drive. I do not see Google Drive as an option in this one. So we're going to have to turn it on. Turning it on, you just swipe it to green there. And then we'll go to done. And then you'll see this little icon that says Drive. That is where we want to upload everything. So we'll click on Drive. And then it is going to upload to your Google Drive. There should be the user selected already. I believe it's operations team. Is that correct, Chris?
Yes.
Okay, good. So that is the user it's going to be uploading to. And you should be able to name the file. So this is the important part of file management. This is where we want to name our, let's start with the camp location. So if we're in San Francisco, I put SF dot the group name. If you have more than, I believe, 7 campers, then you're going to split them up into 2 separate groups. So you want to make sure that they each have a unique group name. Let's say one of my group names last week was the Tornadoes. So sf.tornadoes. We are going to name the segment. If it's weather, we'll put weather. If it's anchor, we'll put anchor, so on and so on. So number 1, the location. Make sure the location is first, then the group name, if you have more than one group. If you don't have more than one group, then just your location will do just fine. And then the segment, .weather. And then we're going to hit upload. There's no current internet connection on this specific device, but it's okay. It should be able to upload after you hit that. And it should give you some type of progress bar on there too when you're uploading. Yes?
For the other ones that we do, we always put the campers' names, so we don't need to put the campers' names even if there's 2 groups?
No, you do not need to put the campers' names because all of the campers will receive, all of the campers in one group will receive the same video.
Okay.
Because we're not doing separate videos for each camper. We're doing videos per group because they all collaborate on something. They're all collaborating on a group project. And the group project is the news show. Every day is someone different, ideally in front of the camera. Every day is someone different behind the camera and directing.
Cool.
So we're the ones responsible for uploading, not the students?
Yes,
Okay, got it.
that is definitely important. Thank you for pointing that out.
If you struggle with getting it to go through the photo app to upload, you can also go directly to Google Drive and then hit the plus button,
There you go.
upload, and find your file, and you can put in whatever folder you want to put it into. And once you're in Drive, you can rename the item.
Good call, Chris.
And if it's only one group, you just have to put the location and then what segment.
The segment, yes, exactly. So any other questions on file organization, file management?
One more comment.
Yes.
We've had so many tech issues that we've now layered the backups. So all these new iPads, as well as we're going to go around with any existing iPads, they will be uploaded to Drive automatically. They'll be uploaded to iCloud automatically, and then when we upload such a drive specifically to rename it, that'll be another version of it.
Okay,
So as long as it's connected to Wi-Fi, it's going to be should be uploading.
Ah, okay.
So everything's
Good,
going to
that's
iCloud. So the thing is, if you run out of storage, though, make sure that you've got it in the Google Drive before deleting it on the
Add
iPad.
photos.
So if you delete it on iPad, it'll delete on every iCloud.
Upload. Photos and
We
videos.
want to avoid iCloud as much as possible
Then
this
we
summer,
select the
but
video.
we've had to go back to it.
And boom. It's for the folks at home, the drive uploading.
Sweet.
All right. And last thing on the actual iPads. Some iPads at some locations have a bunch of photos on it and do not have the proper amount of room that we need in memory space for these videos. So, on Monday, this is what I would like everyone to do, is go into our photos. We want to ask our director if they've been able to upload the photos that we've taken thus far. We don't want to lose camp photos from previous weeks. If so, make sure to upload those photos first. And then we'll go down here and we want to delete everything that is on the iPad when it comes to photos from last week or videos from last week. Number one, make sure they're uploaded so that way they have it at headquarters. Number two, delete what's on the iPad. You do not want to delete what's on shared. The shared library here is the cloud. This is what we're all sharing at every Camp Brady Bunch location. So make sure you're not deleting anything on there. We're going to go to Photos, and we want to select. I'm going to select every one of these images here because we want to clean out this iPad and make sure that we have enough room for all of our stuff that we're going to be doing throughout the week. So we'll select, and we'll hit the trash button there, delete items. It's going to move to a recently deleted folder. It has not gone forever yet. To make sure it's gone forever, we go to Albums, Recently Deleted, and then we select the photos we want to delete. I usually just do delete all. So that way we delete everything that is on the trash folder, because it will still be on the iPad and you won't have enough room to record all your videos. And the last thing you want is to find out this problem when you're in the middle of shooting, because then you have to go and do all this stuff. If you do it beforehand on Monday morning, then you should be good for the week. We delete 8 items. Boom, deleted. At the end of each day, you'll make sure that they're... Yes, exactly. It should look like that there, but it should also look like that on the recently deleted album. Because remember, we're dragging it to the trash, and then we're emptying the trash. Yes?
Just a quick thing, I just remember for the file name, were we not supposed to also put like what we want the background to be in that?
What you want the background to be? Yes. Ideally, I haven't quite figured out the best way to do that. I think the best way to do that would be to keep track of it on a piece of paper and or on email, and then email it to me at the end of the week.
Okay.
And you're gonna
Just
send
highlight
us
your
a
location.
list
I'm going to send you a list
with the pictures.
tonight or tomorrow morning with all of your B-roll options. It's just going to have descriptions of the B-roll. You will not get the actual images. There'll be links on there to the images, so that way you can click on the link and see what it is. But on the body of the email, it'll just say Catzilla, Hailstorm, things like that.
Okay.
Inscriptions. So again, we delete in photos, and then we go to the recently deleted album under albums here, and make sure that's gone. Then we will have enough room for everything. Again, for the folks at home, we do not want to delete anything on this shared tab, because that is going to delete whatever we have on the cloud, and then it will be gone forever. And at my location, my iPad was downloading things from the cloud. And in order to make sure that that isn't happening, we're going to go up to settings.
Take your time.
Sorry. So if we're back home, I'm going to click on this gear here, settings. And then we're going to look for the photos and videos tab. So we're going to scroll down. Where is the photos? Right here, photos and camera. The little color wheel thing. I'm going to click on that. And right here, this is unchecked here, but it might be checked at your location. If it looks like that, saying upload to stream on, we do not want to have that. So we are going to make sure that is off. Because what that means is it is going to be downloading the photos and videos that are being uploaded at other locations. So if I'm uploading a big video from San Francisco, let's say, and Denise in Belmont or in Millbrae sees that on her iPad, then my huge video is going to take up all of her memory on her iPad because it's being downloaded from the cloud. I know this is a lot, but feel free to give me a call on Monday morning. I mean, or throughout the day. I mean, I'll be teaching at the San Francisco location, but if you if you try and call me and I don't answer, shoot me a quick text and say, Antonio, I have a question about something production related. I'll give you a call back as soon as possible. Again, feel free to reach out to me throughout this process. Again, this is the first time we're doing this, so it's a work in progress. Other questions about iPads file management? Cool, sweet. So let's get into our production workshop here.
One question. It says optimize iPad storage and there's a check. Should that check be there?
Let me see.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, so this is the green screen we have here. And again, we want to make sure that our light is lighting the screen. The screen is the most important part. We don't need to worry that much about our subject being lit because the iPad adjusts brightness when it comes to the subject. So don't worry about that. First thing I want to do is set up this light and show you how to set up this light. So when we're setting up our light stand, we unscrew this here. Am I in frame there, Chris?
Too much headspace.
Not too much headroom. Where's that camera first? All right. So we're gonna first make sure that this one is loose. And the way we kick out the stand is to pull up. So make sure this is out. If this is loose, then you should be able to pull up easily. Loosen up, like so. The best way to make sure a light stand is sturdy is to make sure it is flat at the bottom. If it's like this, then it's going to be a little bit flimsier.
Oh, yeah.
If we have it flat at the bottom, it's going to take up a little bit more space on the ground, but it's going to be a little bit more sturdy. And we tighten. I like to start from the bottom up. So starting from the bottom, we got our lights out. We're good with that. Then we'll put on the ground. After that, we put on our lighting fixture. I have this already set up. There should be everything already set up because we have already gone through a few weeks of camp, but I know Millbrae location, for example, might not be set up because they haven't started yet. So all of these poles come with it. It can be a little tough to set up. Feel free to call me, or if you have FaceTime or Skype, you can FaceTime or Skype me. I can walk you through it. But everything should be set up at each location. So, close this up. Velcro on the ends of here. Make sure it stays in place. We add our fixture. We want to make sure that this is all the way out, because the screw is what holds it in place to the top of the light. So, we have enough space there, we're good. We put it on to the top, and then we tighten. Finger tight, you do not want to tighten anything too tight because then you might strip it